All right. Anyway, this is the set of, or it's what I use for all my films. This is, we're on the set now for the HID. I just was going to tear it down because I have to make several different. I have to make this into a cabin. I have to make this into Helen Shire's dining room. I like to do things like that. It's a lot more fun. My goal is to eventually be like a Dark Shadows masterpiece theater where um, I do stories, I do films, but I shoot like a play. For a few reasons. Let me get that one turned to me. That was Phil's camera, which he was sitting over here. But I just thought, since before I tear it down, I'll Oh, I just lost the microphone. I'm moving microphones around so you can hear me. In case I go over there. Um, I just thought I'd document it. No one watches my channel anyway, but in case someone comes across on how do you shoot for no budget, no problem, feature films. This is how you do it. I won't go into it. If you watch my past videos, you know what I usually shoot in black and white. I go for. Anyway, I shoot like a play, because that's the way I like to. I love the energy. Also, it saves me time, and because I don't have any time, so I have to shoot, blow through scenes, and people have to just come with their game, like they're putting on a live performance on stage. And I like to shoot like that. I like to have it. I rarely do turnarounds or close-ups or. I did a few this last scene. I just shot the interview scene, and after this is, if you follow the story, which you wouldn't know, so, but whenever you watch this, maybe you will know because the movie will be out. This is the present day university, two teachers and two students, and they're going to go on this investigation weekend to the cabin to investigate the HID. So they're getting around, they're sitting around. It's supposed to be a university back room, media room. It's supposed to look like this. I shot this on two c100s. I used the wide DR for this. I normally use Albot, but I thought this is how it would look. It's very contrasty. Wide DR is like if you know the camera, you know what it looks like. This is an 18 to 35. That's the Canon. I always forget what that is. 18 to 55. I don't know. It's sharp, but it doesn't look like this. But you use what you have. Anyway, so I'm using this setup for this. We use a C70 with these on the opening scene with Helen, the 1968 scene that is with the Albot picture profile. It's and I don't color grade it. I leave it very flat, tingy brownish. Looks vintage to me. Because I normally shoot black and white, so I'm not a color guy. I can't stand color. I'm just shooting this just to do it. I'm a big fan of early 70s color. Let's Scare Jessica to Death. The Changeling is actually 1979, came out in 80. But that's the kind of look I like if I was going to do color. I don't want to do color It's too time consuming. You have to do too much. Black and white, boom, boom, boom. Anyway, that's another discussion for another time. I'm just filming this for myself to document how it was. So I had 4 actors. These are the cheap Samson CO2s because I can get a couple of them. I needed 4 tracks at once. That's challenging. I had to record 4 people at once live. So that means you have to take a general consensus is how does everybody look? How do we keep everybody in focus? I'm shooting at 2.8. This plane is basically in focus here. This camera is on autofocus because that was on Phil, which was over in this area. That camera is not. I hope I'm in focus. I can't see. I basically kept this plane in focus the best I could. You have to light. I have a gigantic bounce board wrapped with just black negative fill, and then just standard LED lights in there to make it bright because I wanted to make this look like a Charlie Rose interview scene. I will crush the blacks in post, so you won't see. This background basically turns jet black. This is wide. I opened it up so you can see everything. The shot actually, this. So you don't see the mics actually. Not that you wouldn't. I want to make everything so how it would be. I just thought it'd be too distracting. So anyway, this is it. It's a I don't know, 12 by 20 detached building garage used to be, and I shoot all my stuff here. I made this a living room for Ghost of Somerville. Not a living room. It was somebody's bedroom for Ghost of Somerville. It was the interviews for the second Ghost of Somerville, Old Dutch. Sustainable Life was all shot inside here. This was a lab I made. And that's how I do it. This is what I've always said. You do what you can. Location's expensive. It's difficult. You got for a run and gun without a crew. This way I have it set up. I have a gigantic television monitor behind this camera here. I'll show you what that looks like. Okay. This is the rest of the building. Wait a minute. Whoa. Okay. This is the rest of the building. I monitor everything from there. My one newer light works. It's fine. Anyway, so that's that. I just thought I would. That's Slappy White. That's all my setup. I just thought I would show everybody what we do. I'm going to be tearing this down today. I paint everything black. I use these, and these are Kate backdrops. They're cheap, but what's great about them is, like, usually backdrops can come shiny like this, and this is no good. This is almost like felt. It's very got a texture to it, so this can very easily disappear. This is this is all going to come down. I always paint black because it's easy to do, it's cheap, and this way you don't have to have backdrops. If you're far enough ahead, this will disappear too. But see, this is shining right now because this is a big bright white light here. I normally don't have this. But this will be the cabin. I will make it look like a cabin, a small lake cabin. I'm going to texture the backdrop with wood grain. Keep it dark. I did paint it light, but I didn't like it. Didn't look right to me. So I painted it black again, and I'm gonna put a dark brown on it, and then texture it because I want the backdrops to disappear. When they were too light, I looked around. It didn't. I think my actors are gonna disappear because I shoot like this live with a few cameras, and it's not easy because there's no space. But I try to make this my stage and you're the audience. So main actions to the actors are going to have to be like they're on stage. Important, I figure they'll have to face the audience if I need them to. Believe it or not, there's a window here and outside is a deck. I'm going to makeshift a negative box outside to put a camera outside with this. This is going to have a cross, so it's going to be, I can shoot more like this, so I can help and move the camera to who's ever going to be. You'll see when I'm going to show the process of me doing this, so as a cabin, and you'll see the before and after. And I'll have the actors marked out. I'll have the mics strategically placed. Now they're filming this. They've already told the audience they're filming this as a documentary. So if the audience sees cameras or microphones, it's totally acceptable. And that's the other thing. Transform your story to make it work so it's believable. How do I do that? Okay, well, let's have the kids shoot their own documentary. So the audience will forgive the cinematography, will forgive any things that happen with the camera or seeing a camera, or, they bought it. And that's how you just take care of that right off the table. It's like, okay, well, it's fine. They're going to shoot this documentary and the audience will accept that. You see how I have to struggle. And that's it. So for the 60 plus subscribers, I hope you enjoyed this ride. This film will come, I will release this by June. I have lots to shoot, but I designed it in a way that we should be able to bang this out, and I'm going to shoot the kids as a general 1 or 2 more times, and then I have another separate shot with the original. Great cast, by the way. I mean, boy, am I lucky. And I sought them out. I mean, I knew I strategically sought them out. Location wise, talent wise. Will they fit the character? And then once I saw how they spoke and moved, then I can write for it. And that's how I do things. I don't finish a script and then have somebody fit the character. I have a general idea. I have the story. I have a lot of script, outlined out. But when I cast the actor and I see how they move, due to the fact I shoot this quickly, it makes it easier for them, because this way I'm writing how they would speak. So they seem natural. When they give their lines, it's how they would talk. And I think that saves a lot of time. They don't have to transform into anybody. They just play themselves. They're already the character. And I think that makes it easy. But, yeah, so that's it. So follow along, and we'll see how it goes. It's a lot of fun when you do it like this, I can tell you that. Oh, you can't do that. Yeah, I can.